The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD is ruining the gaming landscape. And as you already know, it's not surprising at this point that Nintendo still tries to milk on franchises, but that's not their most egregious offense. The Legend of Zelda should have been killed 20 years ago. It should have been shot in the head, taken out back, and buried 10 feet deep, never to return. But Nintendo chooses to resurrect it every few years. Do you want to know why? It's because they don't know the definition of the word innovation. But, like I said, that is not their most egregious offense. Relying on old franchises is something that Sony practices as well. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD represents the most egregious offense of Nintendo, is that they've gotten complacent and lazy, fit and content to sell you ports of old games that have literally no improvements. There is nothing about this game that is going to offer you a superior experience that playing it 10 years ago did not. And do you want to know why? It's because they know you're going to pay for it. All of you drones are going to flock online to Amazon. You're going to flock online to the eShop. You're going to flock down to GameStop to get your grubby little paws on your copy of Skyward Sword HD so that you can parade around like a puppet singing their praises for bringing you the port of a decade-old game that was the most controversial and is the most hated Zelda game. There's not a lot of agreement in the Legend of Zelda community on which game is the best, but there is significantly higher agreement on which Zelda is the worst, and that is Skyward Sword HD without a fucking doubt. And you know what? Nintendo think that they're going to get away with bringing a port of the worst Zelda game, not even just a bad Zelda game, a bad game period, over to the Switch because they decided, hey, the well ain't dry yet. No, Link's Awakening, fuck putting effort like that in, even though it was a remake of a game that already existed, we're not even going to do that. No, what we're going to do, just grab us that original Wii source code, bump the res a little bit, bump the frame rate a little bit, shovel it out to these idiots because you know what? They've shown us that they have absolutely no desire for innovation. They do not support creativity. They just want the same shit repackaged over and over again. And that is exactly why The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD is ruining the gaming landscape. You guys actually think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming? You guys think that that's going to be a game released on the Switch? They're going to wait for that fucking Switch Pro or the Switch 2, and it'll be exclusive to that because Nintendo wants you to buy their fucking hardware. Skyward Sword HD is to confirm just how lazy they can get and how much money they can make from all of you idiots holding on to your little Nintendo plush dolls, your Mario plushes, and you've got Link postered all over your wall, and you've got your fucking Nintendo hat on because you gotta catch them all. Well, they're sure selling you them all in the case of porting these old games with zero effort and expecting full price for it. Nintendrones, wake up. You are either on this fucking train to stop them and you are with me, full frontal assault saving this industry, or you can get the fuck off and you can hang out with Nintendo in the back where they've got you dancing like a puppet, they're playing you like a fiddle, and they're gonna cash that blank check that you wrote them, and they're gonna laugh all the way to the fucking bank because you idiots are nothing if not predictable and nothing if not wasteful with your money.